Tolong banget anjing, masanya kagak bisa bangke. Tolonglah, tolong. Tolonglah anjir, tolonglah. Udah nggak tahu lagi.
Now you got nothing to say? Well, I'm not done.
What can you tell me about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Nothing.
Kok bisa sih versi ini anjing? Gua tahu. Nah, udah ada ngomong kayak gini kali gak? Ah. Oke, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Amal harus ya, tolonglah. Bersabarlah. Iya nih bersabar banget. Aku udah sabar banget ini. Maafin aku ya. One last chance. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ya Allah, tolonglah. Tolonglah, please, tolonglah. Jangan aneh-aneh lah. Ini terakhir lah, bener-bener terakhir nih udah.
What can you tell me about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Nothing.
I think Suburban is a front for your anarchist buddies. They're arranging for people to be out of town while you burn their houses down.
Suburban? What's that got to do with me? That's Farley's bilk. He's the one with the cozy agreement with those fascists.
You have a history of violence.
I have no such thing.
You're lying, Ryan.
And how exactly are you going to prove that?
You were charged with
Makasih
attempted
Marvian ya nemenin ya.
It
Maaf
was
ya.
a
Aduh.
court case. No criminal liability was the verdict. They said that they couldn't have known that the faulty heater installation would cause a fire. All I know is I lost my whole family. And the company that was responsible got away with it. What would you do?
Which company?
Hephaestus Water Heater Company.
That's it for the moment, Ryan.
So I can go?
Sure. As soon as your red friends storm the building and carry out, you'll keep your seat until we decide how long to lock you up.
Bang, lu kalau capek lanjut besok aja lah. Nggak capek. Internet aku ini babi, emang nggak tahu internet aku. Internet aku sih lancar, cuman iniannya aja. OBS-nya nggak tahu kenapa, heran aku. Aduh. Nggak capek, aku nggak capek, mak, nggak capek.
Grown men playing at being boys.
That swine. Look at him. Yeah, I want to make homicide. You got a maid who can get that bad.
Reginald Barley, I'm charging you with committing a series of arsons and for the murders of Hank Sawyer, Edwina Sawyer, Henry Sawyer, and Jessica Sawyer.
I'm no cold-blooded criminal. I could never burn up a whole family in their home.
How is it? No, just keep your mouth shut and listen to me for a second. How is it you can bring no less than 3 suspects into my station, conduct extensive interviews, sift through mountains of evidence with Lynch and Pinker, and still manage to charge the wrong fucking guy? I took a chance on you, Phelps. People...
Anjir, gue salah, cok. Gue salah, cok. Las aja bang, kalau error lagi ya nih las. Semoga ya nggak error ya. Doain aku ya, jangan error ya. Tolong buat ini, aduh ya Allah, jangan sampai error lah. Aku udah restart komputer masih error lagi. Tolonglah. Crazy this moment.
Drink. I got the jitters again. I have 2 suspects.
Phelps, you got nothing. Biggs, Ryan's waiting for you in interview 1. Barley's in 2.
Hey, Hopkins, you practicing your asshole routine again? Come on, Phelps.
See him? I saw his picture in the paper. He worked that case. The lady
Save yourself
was
some
like
time
Raleigh.
and get this thing off your chest.
If that's your opening gambit, you better try again.
So you want to change the world, Ryan?
Yes, I do. So does every reasonable person.
And you're doing your part?
Yes, I am.
Does that include sabotaging water heaters to destroy a company?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
This is industrial sabotage, Ryan. It's all part of your campaign.
You're delusional, detective. What campaign?
Your locker is full of pamphlets. Clemens told us how you were always foisting them on people.
Sure. I spread the pamphlets. A guy has to do something. Insta-heat heaters break down every day. They're still peddling the same lousy design that they lifted from
Tidak banyak, masih banyak, masih panjang kayaknya.
Them?
Aku pengen tamatin malam ini.
And a bunch of other
Makanya,
companies.
And you still work for them.
internet aku
Guy
tolonglah.
has to work.
And the directors of the company. How do you feel about them these days?
You work it out.
You know how to reverse a diaphragm in the regulator valve of a Model 70 heater?
No, I don't.
If you know enough to do your job, you know enough to do that repair. You're lying, Ryan.
And how do you think you can prove that?
Your boss at InstaHeat said that you've all been trained to do it. It's a common repair. Are you calling him a liar?
Okay, so I know how it's done. But what would be the point? You just end up with a gas leak and then a small fire when you turn the pilot back on.
And if you didn't reset the pilot and the gas spread, what was the cause of it?
Kalau kamu mau tidur, tidurnya nggak apa-apa, Marvian. Nggak
I
apa-apa
won't
kok.
tell you.
What can you tell me about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Nothing.
I think Suburban is a front for your anarchist buddies. They're arranging for people to be out of town while you burn their houses down.
Suburban? What's that got to do with me? That's Farley's bilk. He's the one with the cozy agreement with those fascists.
You have a history of violence.
I have no such thing.
You're lying, Ryan.
And how exactly are you going to prove that?
You were charged with attempted murder, Ryan.
It was a court case. No criminal liability was the verdict. They said that they couldn't have known that the faulty heater installation would cause a fire. All I know is I lost my whole family. And the company that was responsible got away with it. What would you do?
Which company?
Hephaestus Water Heater Company.
Matthew Ryan. I'm charging you with committing a series of arsons and for the murders of Hank Sawyer, Edwina Sawyer, Henry Sawyer, and Jessica Sawyer.
You're putting an innocent man away here. You hear me? I didn't set any fires. I didn't kill that family.
Phelps, what you did to your wife and kids was un-American.
My wife threw me out.
Did I ask for your opinion? You're here to listen to mine. What I was going to say, before I was interrupted, was you did a good job on the Stephen Sawyer case. We don't often get results in arson, so well done.
What about me? Do I get a little stamp on my hand or a lollipop or something?
What you get is another case. A bad one.
Kalau gue tidur malam, ntar kan Jumat, biar nanti bangun siang, bangun-bangun udah soal Jumat. Ntar lagi juga gue nggak ngantuk habis makan bakso sambal 3 sendok, goblok, mencret tuh. Mencret kamu nanti. Kamu gimana? Ntar mencet kamu sakit. Alhamdulillah masih aman nih. Streaming aku, aduh tolonglah, jangan sampai aneh-aneh lah, tolong. Ini kenapa lah? Kok jadi perang dunia dua gini? Ini kayak flashback gitu.
You're 2 blocks behind first and second. We have more buildings to clear. You know our orders,
There's
Sergeant.
barely a building left standing or not on fire in your zone, Cole. Is your sector full of Japs?
Questioning my command.
The captain doesn't want anyone falling behind.
Tell the captain we will join him when the job is done.
Ini kayak flashback dia dulu dia
Just give
flashback
us the
perang.
word, Sarge. We'll take care of him. He should be sectioned. That Jap lover's a fucking liability.
We're here to kill Japs, not our own people.
Star-crossed son of a bitch. No one wants to serve under him. He's bad fucking luck.
Can it? We've a job to do here. If I can live with it, you can too.
Dudley Foreman. Moga-moga aja nggak error lagi dah, amin, doain ya. Walaupun nggak ada yang nonton, aku nggak mau error deh, itu aja dah. Aku udah begadang-begadang gini, udah minum kopi banyak ini.
House fire, bad one. At least 4 Vicks. Get out there and find out what you can. The address is 650 North Hobart.
That's him. That's the cop. Tried to poke me in the nose. Why is the word abbreviated?
His name is Phelps. He brought in that case of that poor lady killed near the city hall.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Makasih ya Marvian ya.
You hear about Rancho Escondido?
Are we having a conversation, Biggs?
Okay, fuck it. Forget
I'm teasing you, Herschel. Tell me about it.
The new housing development's a couple of weeks from completion. Burned to the ground last night. GIs are ready to move in this weekend. Developer's gonna have some very angry customers.
Aku ngantuk sebetulnya, cuma pengen tamatin. Aduh. Ini gara-gara error mulu, moga jangan error lah, itulah aku udah semangat banget ini, jangan sampai error, tolong jangan sampai error, ini tengah malam, ini setengah 1 boy.
You guys better see this. I hope you have strong stomachs.
Do you have a name?
Morelli, Mike. We recovered a picture of the family.
Bang, biasanya rame kalau pada sepi ya, gue juga jarang nontonin lo ya, nggak apa-apa.
Anything else?
Kan kadang kita kadang rame karena sepi, jangan expect bakal rame terus, itu aja sih intinya, nggak apa-apa.
Doesn't make any sense. Why aren't they scattered
Kayak
around
kirain
like the
udahan,
rest of
enggak
the
Ted,
group?
ini percobaan terakhir nih, bener-bener terakhir nih, kalau gagal lagi udahlah.
I think someone moved them after the explosion and before the fire.
Can you explain that, please?
Abis mampir live TikTok di mana Ted?
Asphyxiation due to gas inhalation.
Live TikTok kemana anjing? Astagfirullahaladzim.
What are they doing?
The prayer effect is from the fire. Muscles and tendons contract.
about how many
Itu
people
cewek lah,
died.
Jumatan malam-malam kayak gitu ya. Barengan bang sama lu apa sama Tara Ar. Bang, bareng bang lu sama Tara Ar
No,
ya.
I have not.
Nonton Bang Tara aja kalau gitu. Bang Tara lagi live apaan dia?
It's our boy. I think he watches the fires. I think the Sawyer fire went wrong.
So what about the guy we have in jail, Phelps?
Got the wrong guy.
That doesn't explain why he ran into a burning building. What would make anyone do that?
Guilt.
For the fire?
For his mistake. This guy wants to burn houses, not families. He expects the houses to be empty. He was trying to redeem himself. Probably thought they'd be happier together.
You are one very disturbed individual, Phelps. I know you had it rough lately, but you should start to compartmentalize your thoughts.
You could be right. Can you come up with an alternative
I'm
explanation?
sure it's the same guy.
Are you telling me that some son of a bitch murdered these people, the whole family, and arranged them here like Cupid dolls?
Might fit, Cole.
Tara
I don't
Art,
think we could ever prove it.
CTR.
There's very little
Tara Art, ada Tara Art.
Evidence!
Tara Art Indonesia.
Check out the hot water system. Make sure we're dealing with the same MO.
Oh,
Sure,
CTR.
Phelps. I'll get back to you.
Leave the rest to us, Cole. You better find out what's eating Biggs.
Tara Art Indonesia. Bagus tuh dia kalau gue soalnya lagi nyari game, perkembangan game atau apa-apa, gue nontonnya dia tuh. Perkembangan game dan lain-lain. Dia informasi soal game bagus soalnya. Kayak pendapat dia tuh keren sama si Gema adenya.
So something finally got to you.
You want my help, pretty boy? You got it. You keep riding me and you won't be pretty much longer.
We can get this guy, Herschel.
You think you've seen everything, Phelps? I was with the 2nd Marines at Bella Wood. Things that went on in that farmhouse. My own guys on fire, screaming for a way out. You're not gonna get this guy. There's gonna be no photos.
Nyamuk
no
dah, anjir.
citations.
Tiba-tiba nggak pada nyamuk dah.
Fuck. End of story. You get this?
Goblok nyamuk tiba-tiba.
You remember the list from the travel agent?
Tumben dia.
The Morellis were winners too. Their name was on that list.
Christ. We should take a look around. What
Kali
the
dapat
neighbors,
nyamuk
what
dia.
they know. I'll go
Dapat
across
kan?
the street.
Okay. I'll try
Pakai obat nyamuk bakar, Bang. Oh, yang tadi ya. Yang dari game ya.
I haven't done this for years.
I don't think you're a fool.
You don't look like a fireman, son.
Thousands of others.
LAPD. Can you tell me anything about the fire next door?
Terrible luck. Imagine after having won that weekend away.
What's your name, sir?
Foreman. Dudley Foreman.
Morelli fire witness report.
Did you see or hear anything that might have...
Look, we were asleep when we heard the explosion.
You didn't like Morelli, did you?
Some neighbors you get along with, some you don't. Guess they should have sold up.
What do you mean?
Like
They're
itu
knocking down
gunanya
all
apa,
these
Bang?
old houses and building a new
Like
subdivision
itu
for
gunanya
GI.
jadi nanti YouTube-nya ngenyaranin channel kita di, kamu lihat kan kalau misalnya kita kamu lagi buka YouTube nih, beranda paling depan nanti keluar di situ tuh kalau like-nya banyak.
You said someone is knocking these houses down?
Elysian Fields. You must know them. They're billboards. That Monroe character beaming down at you. We've had an offer for the house.
Ini nonton siapa aja dah, kosong kan yang nonton?
I don't know.
Whatever you thought of Morelli, his whole family is dead. They couldn't have all deserved that. I want you to help me here, Foreman.
Morelli was pig-headed. He built the house himself. He didn't want to sell. Stubborn fool was ruining it for all of us.
Promotion.
You said the Morellis had won a weekend away to Catalina Island?
Yeah,
Tiga
that's
ya?
right. First thing I thought after the explosion was,
3 atau
thank
4
goodness
ya,
they
aku
were
4
away.
dah.
Then I find out they were still.
Tahu tuh orang lagi siapa
Who
dah?
was running the competition?
What? I don't know.
Impostor nih anjir.
You didn't enter yourself?
I'd already agreed to sell.
Ada 4
The
atau orang lagi
competition
siapa
was
ya?
an incentive for those who were still thinking about it. All a man can do is put in a prayer for the dead. About all I've got to say about it.
got friends who work at the exam. How about $5?
Looks like the same model.
Ya Allah, sampai jebol bawah-bawah gini anjir.
This is the flashpoint. The heater detonated with enough force to expose the foundations.
Udah lah, rumah harus kebakar, minta pecah bayi, jangan sampai lah beginilah. Azab anjir begini nih. Tinggal di mana gua langsung.
All a man can do is put in a prayer for the dead. About all I've got to say.
Emang masih ada clue di dalam dah. Clue di dalam apaan nih? Ini cari clue aja nih gua nih. Itu palanya putus dah anjing. Kalau ini tamat main GWT BCG story siapa bang ya? Lihat besok ya. Oke, Liberty City Stories ya. Kalau Liberty doang itu beda gak sih? Liberty City sama Liberty doang itu beda gak sih? Turun ke bawah aja ada tuh ada. Nggak ada Liberty doang. Liberty seru tuh jalur ceritanya, nggak GTA Liberty doang. Oh, ada di Steam kalau gua Liberty doang mah. Kalau Liberty doang gua ada di Steam. Ntar ya, gua download ya. So gue baru namatin bisa jadi spoiler. Oh, oke lah kalau begitu lah. Ada sesuatu di sini, mana nggak ada apa-apaan di sini. Liberty sendiri gas lah om, banyak duit. Ada gue di Steam. Gamenya Liberty doang mah ada. Gue udah tamat berkali-kali. Liberty doang mah gue ada di Steam. Mau download, mainin itu dulu, baru The Walking Dead. Hah? Mau namatin itu dulu sebelum The Walking Dead. Jadi
I don't think so.
ya bebas, Walking Dead nggak seru kalau nggak sekaligus semuanya. Oh gitu ya. Ya udahlah. Ya udah Liberty dulu. Ya udah Liberty dulu deh kalau gitu dah. Gua nggak tahu nih kemana lagi beneran dah. Ini kayak mesti ada yang diomongin lagi sama nih orang anjir. Iya bang, salah dah. Iya ya, entar aku download juga deh. Wah anjir, cluenya di sono bangsat.
I don't think you're a fool, but what's my opinion against thousands of others?
was keeping watch. Looks like they were here for quite a while. Brand looks distinctive. Whoever he was wearing boondockers. I would know that imprint anywhere.
Tadi di mana tuh lagi teman-teman?
I swear, town is full of freaking hell.
Oh ini. Ya udah, abis ini aku download dulu ya. Aku tamatin dulu. Berarti besok live streamingnya sore teman-teman, nggak apa-apa kan? Sore besok live streamingnya. Aku biasa tidur siang nih.
Did you see anyone hanging around the Morelli's home prior to the explosion?
Nope. Can't say as I was looking out, though.
Saya udah matiin ini sampai pagi
There are
kayaknya.
signs of someone hanging around over there by the fence.
Hey, now that you come to think of it, there was a guy. Kind of tall. Skinny.
Alhamdulillah ya lancar ya streamingnya ya. Aduh, mau ngomong
Orange
aman terus
lumber
lah.
jacket, beat up hat, and no hair. I thought he was the pest exterminator guy who was working around here the last few days. But that guy had hair.
Thanks for your time, Mr. Foreman.
Sure. Hey, if you're interested, I have one of those competition flyers in the kitchen. I could get it for you if you like.
That would be great.
Any luck, Cole?
Couple of things. What did you pick up?
Folded piece of paper. Looks complicated.
Japanese call it origami. Can I take a look?
Sure.
Paper crane. There's a legend about them. You fold 1,000 of these and you get a wish.
Anjing ada. Lo buat origami 1000 biji.
Hey, don't break it.
I'm not. I'm unfolding it. It looks like a waybill or a flyer.
Lo bikin origami 1000 biji lo udah bisa membuat ini anjing permohonan.
Fields developments.
GG Gaming.
I see you already have one.
When did the flyer arrive in your mailbox?
They've been arriving for weeks. This one was in the mailbox.
Daripada
when I
bikin
got home
1000
from work
candi dalam
yesterday
semalam.
afternoon.
Waduh. Itu mah kisah ini ya anjing. Beda urusan lah. Let's go. Intuisi gue udah habis masalah ini, gimana nih?
Someday you'll say something intelligent.
I need an address for a property developer. Elysian Fields Developments.
One moment, Detective. The address is 748 North Oxford Avenue, Wilshire. Anything else?
Messages, please.
You have a message.
Buset,
Contact
bikin satu
Captain
candi aja
McKelvey
lama.
immediately.
Kan ada kisahnya 1000 candi dalam satu malam.
Of course, here you are.
1000 candi bener gak sih? 1000 candi apa satu candi ya?
Commander?
Leads in the Morelli firm.
We're about to go and visit Elysian Fields Developments.
You're about to do what? Leland Monroe? He's a personal friend of the mayor and the chief. Are you out of your mind? I'm warning you, Phelps.
We'll need to check that.
Commander, we have a line of inquiry.
You have something, you bring it to me. You're hanging by a thread, Phelps. Do you understand?
Yes,
Candi
sir.
itu tempat yang candi baru-baru itu kan iya. Kayak gitu-gitu.
I don't think you're a fool. But what's my opinion?
Kelty has warned us off over it.
Aku ya nggak pernah ke Borobudur anjir.
We should check out Rancho
Borobudur, Candi
Escondido.
Prambanan, belum pernah lu candi-candi gitu. Gila aku orang rumahan banget ya. Parah bro, I'm a housekeeper, anjay, housekeeper. Gue tuh nggak pernah keluar.
You can drive.
Walaupun gue orang Jakarta, gue orang nggak, gue di rumah terus orang.
Shame about Jet. The arson desk has been trying to nail that son of a bitch for years.
He's still in custody, Herschel.
Wanna bet? Fella kicked him loose already. Can't hold him for misdemeanor cigarettes and matches.
Kita ke rumah mayor nih.
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD, to see Leland Monroe.
Do you have an appointment?
We're the police, lady. We don't need an appointment.
Can I tell him what it's about?
It's an official investigation.
There are 2 police officers here to see Mr. Monroe.
Send them through.
Anjir.
And that's our cue. Thanks, man.
UFC Indonesia. Tim Liquid lawan siapa tuh anjir?
Man,
Tim Liquid lawan Gladiators ya elah.
I'm afraid it's impossible.
Kayak ini stream nggak nyampe 7 jam 7 sih. Nggak tahu dah. Target aku sih jam sebelum jam 7 harusnya udah kelar ya.
I'm not
Bisa
at
lah.
liberty to reveal that.
Kalian tidur aja nggak apa-apa. Aku
So,
late
how
night
you
stream.
feel your intelligence?
I find that offensive.
You have every right to.
This is getting us nowhere, miss.
Casino.
Would you like us to return with a warrant?
That won't be necessary, gentlemen. Come into my office.
Wah, ini yang punya ini nih. Ini kayaknya feeling gua nih. Kan dia tuh ngasih tiket jalan-jalan ke orang-orang nih. Orang ini nih yang kita temuin sekarang nih, si Monroe ini. Dia tuh bilang beli rumah, lu dapat tiket, kalau lu beruntung lu dapat tiket jalan-jalan ke suatu pulau gitu. Nah, nanti tuh kayak gimana ya? Lu menang tiket jalan-jalan itu, lu pergi jalan-jalan, pas keluarga lu jalan-jalan, rumah lu tuh yang lu isi di kertas undian, kalau lu bakal menang rumah, itu dibakar rumah lo. Jadi mau nggak mau lu beli rumah dari dia gitu loh. Jadi kayak pas lu pergi rumah lu tuh dibakar sama dia. Kayak gitulah, pas dibakar rumah lu habis, pas lu pulang rumah lu habis, mau nggak mau kan yang jual rumah tuh dia doang di kota ini. Jadi lu mesti pesan sama dia, kayak itu gitu nih kasusnya.
Drink, boy.
Sure, I'll have a scotch.
Biggs, we're investigating a series of domestic fires, Mr. Monroe.
It's terrible, boys. How can I help?
Nope. Elysian
Fields and Suburban Redevelopment Fund flyers keep turning up in the vicinity of the fires.
They're turning up all over town, boys. Can you imagine the current demand for housing?
So that's your explanation, Mr. Monroe? Coincidence?
Explanation? Why, what's to explain? I advertise on radio and billboards for buyers, and I advertise for sellers using waybill.
Jam tayang lu udah berapa bang? Aduh, belum aku lihat lagi. Besok dah gue besok. Besok sore pas streaming nggak usah.
Our information is that they didn't want to sell.
Takutnya aku lah alt-tab malah ini. Kalau aku alt-tab takutnya nanti malah kayak tadi lagi streamnya ke ini.
Is that good advertising?
Promotion apa kontes?
What do you know about a competition for families to win free vacations to Catalina Island?
My company runs many promotions. I'm not familiar with that one.
Level with me, Mr. Monroe. You know all about the vacation offers.
You can believe whatever you like, son. You're missing the vital ingredient called proof.
Nih, lu punya ini tuh.
Your face is all over the flyers, Mr. Monroe. You know about the prizes, and you're aware that they get given to holdouts.
My face is the brand. It's on all our advertising. Did you know that the mayor and the chief of police are part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund? Do you want to accuse them of murder as well?
Made offers to buy houses in areas where fires have been recorded.
Are you suggesting that I'm burning people out of their homes so that I can sell them new ones?
Tuh kan, are you suggesting that I'm burning people out of their homes so that I can sell them new ones? Jadi tuh ya tadi gue bilang, lu menang undian, lu dapat undian, lu bisa jalan-jalan misalkan ke Eropa lah. Lu dapat jalan-jalan gratis ke Eropa. Sama keluarga lo semua gratis, mau kemana aja gratis di Eropa, tapi nanti pas lo pulang rumah lo tuh dibakar, dan di daerah rumah lo yang jual jasa untuk pembangunan rumah tuh cuman dia doang. Jadi lo mau nggak mau pesan rumah dari dia gitu. Jadi kayak dia tuh memonopoli pasar dengan cara itu. Anjas, banyak yang lagi live sekarang, nggak lu doang, ada Pura Gaming, ada Serpai, dia, iPipe, ada Bang Tara. Oh, halo, gila pada semangat banget ya cari duit ya. Semangat teman-teman semuanya. Tapi mereka mah udah banyak yang nonton nih. Paling dikit nonton aku cuma 3 orang ya. 2 orang dah tanpa HP aku.
Come on, Mr. Monroe. You expect me to believe that you would build a new development with one of those old piles smack bang in the center of it?
Progress is an inexorable process, Detective. Those who choose to stand in defiance are usually confined to the wastebasket of history. To answer your question, yes, we would build around them if we had to. Most people see sense.
Ora gaming
Yes,
maksudnya.
Miss.
Oh.
Do you have any suspects?
We aren't at liberty to say.
I didn't think so. The contractors I use for waybills. You suppose it could be any of them? I have a list of their names if it would be of any help.
Ora gaming sih itu ya si
Glad to hear
Eko ya.
it. I'm always happy to help the LAPD. My secretary will provide you with that list. Did you know that I'm on the board of the police pension fund?
Glad to be of help, officers.
What's the story? Any of these names ring a bell?
Herbert Chapman is on this list.
Find the phone. We need to know where we're at with Chapman.
Kalau Serpa itu pemain alter ego, iya tahu aku.
Your boss is a fine man. Operator, message for KGPL.
XP Liner, iya tahu.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Can you check whether we are still holding a Herbert Chapman?
Let me find out for you. He was released this morning, Detective. I'm sorry, Detective.
Not your fault. Can you give me a last known address and put out an APB on the guy?
I'll get back to you, Detective. APB will go out over KGPL shortly.
Thank you.
My wife is so dumb, she stares at orange juice for hours. Well, it does say concentrate on the cup.
Rancho.
You know the way. You can drive.
Tiba-tiba mundur bangsat. Kamu kenapa nontonnya aku dah? Aku kan nontonnya gabut, Jir, Marvian. Kamu kenapa pilih streamer gabut, Ini ngapa banyak semut dah?
You know, there are times when you really miss a nightstick. There's more religion in the end of a nightstick than in
Karena aku
cathedrals.
Gak jelas, orang gabut nontonnya yang seru ya. Orang gabut nonton yang gabut juga, Jir. Gabut ketemu gabut deh.
I'm not gonna tell you again, sir.
Don't tell me when and how I can come and go on my own property.
It is not
This is
safe,
America,
sir.
dickhead.
Now step back, or I'll lock you up for a
Smart mouth
fray.
son of a bitch.
Come on, then!
Wajib, ribut,
That's done it.
ngentot tuh.
We're gonna have to pacify these poor saps.
Jangan ngadi-ngadi loh. Ayo, one by one. Pak ada tua bego, anak lo di rumah. Anjing lo. Anjing lo. Anjing lo sosokan lo.
Good thing you showed up when you did, detectives. Those folks were baying for blood.
Okay, then. Let's see if there's anything left to take a look at.
Kita cari keliling-keliling. Apakah ada yang bisa kita ambil? Itu ada.
Mortar is like dust. Is that normal in a fire?
You'd expect some shrinkage in the heat, but it looks like the cement barely adhered to the brick. Doesn't appear to be any wall ties either.
Buset dah.
Looks like it was built on the cheap.
Wah gila udah gitu dibakar, bangun rumahnya cuman murah lagi, bayar mahal, goblok anjing. Wah ini parah nih monopolinya anjir. Bangun rumah yang tidak sesuai dengan standar. Wah kacau nih orang nih emang nih bawa-bawa tua nih mana bawa-bawa polisi lagi. Nggak mau gue, ntar copyright. Takut copyright doang, maaf ya.
You get the message about Monroe?
Yeah, Earl delivered it. You?
McKelty. He started making noises about my pension.
Sorry about that, Herschel. I didn't mean to drag you into this.
Save it, Phelps. Monroe's an asswipe. And so was Earl. And so was McKelty when it's all said and done.
KGPL calling car 11K, 11K.
11K, go ahead.
11K, the last known address of suspect Herbert Chapman is 650 North Kingsley Drive in Wilshire.
Roger that, KGPL. 11K en route.
Let's go pick him up.
Gue pengen jadi streamer kayak lu.
I did.
Aku juga mau bang jadi streamer kayak lu, tapi belum punya PC-nya. Oh, kamu masih muda kan? Kamu masih muda kan, masih sekolah. Tenang, perjalanan kamu masih jauh, kamu masih bisa nabung, nggak usah buru-buru. Intinya apa? Nggak ada kata telat. Yang penting kamu nabung dulu aja buat PC. Nanti kalau ada PC kamu usaha kayak aku nggak apa-apa. Dan ingat satu hal, jangan pernah nyerah. Apapun yang terjadi tuh jangan pernah nyerah. Walaupun kamu nggak ada yang nonton, jangan pernah nyerah. Kalau kamu percaya apa yang kamu lakukan itu benar, jangan nyerah. Apapun itu ya, nggak cuma streaming doang. Kamu lagi mau ngejar mimpi kamu. Walaupun mimpi kamu tuh nggak ada yang dukung, tapi kamu percaya kalau mimpi ini bakal berhasil. Pokoknya jangan menyerah. Apapun itulah. Percaya sama diri kamu sendiri, karena yang tahu hasilnya nanti di masa depan, dan itu diri kamu sendiri gitu. Oke, tenang aja, kamu pelan-pelanin nabungnya dulu, nggak apa-apa aja, masih muda kan, aman lah. Aku udah tua malah 24.
We're looking for Herbert Chapman.
I'm looking for him too. I need him to move his car so I can mow the lawn.
Apakah muka aku terlihat 24 tahun?
I've been banging on his door off
Muka aku kelihatan seperti anak umur 55 tahun.
Let's take a look at the car.
Let's see what he's hauling around.
45 kaliber amunisi.
Supervise the APB. It's clearly armed. Motive, opportunity, and hard
Aku masih 19 tahun bang. Iya masih lama, tenang aja, nabungnya dulu. Bisa itu.
Definitely gives him opportunity.
Holy cow. There he is. It's Chapman. He's coming out of the laundromat. Shit. He's seen us.
Cops! Again!
Son of a bitch. He must have caught the trolley. We gotta move fast, Cole. I'll call this in. Get some cars dispatched. Car 11K calling KGPL.
Go ahead, 11K.
11K requesting assistance. In pursuit of suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar, currently heading east on Melrose Avenue. Advise all units. Suspect is in control of car and driving dangerously.
Roger, 11K. All units, officers need assistance on Melrose Avenue. A suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar headed eastbound. Approach with caution. Suspect is in control of the streetcar and driving dangerously. Units to handle code 3 identified.
Stay on his ass, Cole. Don't lose him.
Kan udah ngikutin doang nih. Parah banget anjing. Oh itu tuh nggak, kenapa nggak di room tour? Room tour mah udah, room tour kan ruangan kan. Tur ruangan, kamar aku cuma gini doang. Aku kemarin udah tunjukin kamar aku tuh kayak begini doang. Udah kelihatan ini. Kamar aku udah pas. Kecuali house tour, mungkin house tour kali house tour nanti 1000 subscriber.
End of the line, you little prick. Come on, Cole.
House tour nanti 1000 subscriber.
Looks like we have our man, Cole. Well done.
I'm not so sure. Chapman seemed to have his own agenda. There seems to be more to this than a personal vendetta.
What are you talking about?
Fires benefit Elysian in some way. We'll see Chapman and Monroe working together.
You have a point. The evidence is good for Chapman. Hard to be worrying about his side of the story when he's blasting away with that big
1000 ya.
45.
Tunggu ya. Aku udah 25% nih. Udah 250 alhamdulillah. Kurang 750 lagi.
Nice work, gentlemen. Put yourself at considerable risk stopping that trolley and probably saved a lot of lives. Anyone else but you, Phelps, and you'd be up for a bravery award. We've had our eyes on that slippery son of a bitch Chapman for as long as I can remember. I couldn't be happier than to wipe him off the scoreboard. I hope this puts to bed that crazy stuff you had going about Leland Monroe. What were you thinking, Phelps? You'll be calling Richard Nixon a crook next.
Ya. Kelar kasus ini harusnya. Nggak tahu udah kelar apa belum kasus ini. Wah gila pacaran lagi nih anjir sama dia nih. Jablay.
What is it?
A letter from Lou. His insurance policy named me beneficiary.
California Fire and Life. You worked for Elysian?
The roof that he was working on collapsed.
It's a very generous settlement. Elsa, I'd like you to do something for me. I think there's something dirty about Elysian Fields.
What has that got to do with Lou?
I want you to reject this settlement. I want you to go and see an investigator named Jack Kelso and ask him to make some inquiries about Lou's case.
Isn't this police work?
Do you want to find out what happened to Lou?
Why would he help this Kelso?
Jack won't be able to help himself if he smells a rat.
He's a friend of yours?
He hates my guts. Elsa, you could take this money and let them get away with it, or we could get Jack's help and do something about it.
Why not be honest with this man, Cole? He deserves your honesty if you want his help.
Believe me, Elsa, I'd like to level with him. I really would, but it's too late. Years too late.
Mau ngapain tuh? Nggak ngapa-ngapain, mau berkecengkrama. Gitu pokoknya. Anjas. Kasus per kasus kelar. Ntar lo aku pipis dulu ya. Wait, aku pipis dulu sebentar. Bang, memory card HP gunanya untuk nyimpan apa, Bang? Untuk nyimpan apapun itu. Foto, musik, games, file-file.
Mr. Kelso?
That's what the sign on the door says, miss. There's no need to come into the office, Miss Lichtman. If you accept the settlement, all you need to do is sign.
Main apa, Bang? Main detektif. Mau namatin hari ini juga. Belum tamat nih, makanya mau ditamatin sampai pagi nih. Mau ganti game soalnya besok. Banyak yang request ganti game. Makanya aku mau kelarin malam ini. Udah kelar Bang Noksi. Streaming Genshin-nya. Itu Genshin kenapa di delay gitu udah 240 hari anjir. Lama juga anjir.
There's got to be more in these files.
Sounds like your friend took a hell of a fall. Sorry for your loss.
Udah tamat gak sih? Udah diganti 240 harinya. Diganti jadi apa? Hah?
Do you mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Diganti jadi apa dah? Gue belum login anjir hari ini. Tadi gue cuma daily doang, cuma nggak perhatiin.
What basis do you have for your
Abis lagi gabut-gabutnya Genshin, gue bingung nih. Daily resin udah. Gitu doang. Mora gue udah habis buat ngabret. Baru selesai ngabret up Ayato sama Yunjin. Habis itu udah up senjata Miss Splitter. Pokoknya udah habis buat 3 itu, Miss Splitter, Yunjin sama Ayato. Udah tuh udah bingung gua mau ngapain lagi.
What basis do you have for your claim of foul play?
Udah tinggal ada Ellie habis resin dah. ID baru yang kemarin nggak diterusin. Enggak. Banyak yang request aku main game lain soalnya dibanding Genshin tuh. Soalnya kan ya tahu sendiri lah, YouTube aku kan ganti-ganti game. Kalau aku ramenya musiman, ramenya musiman, anjay ramenya musiman. Udah kayak ini jir pasar. Connection.
You and Buckwalter weren't married?
No.
Gitu.
How did you become his beneficiary?
Tidur Bang Doksi, udah capek live lama kan lu. Besok Jumat nggak live sore. Jir tadi gue live gila. Sore sampai malam. Tadi gue live bro. Pagi gue live pas siang. Abis itu dari jam 2 live sampai maghrib. Live terus aku tadi. Baru live lagi tadi jam setengah 10. Tadi mau tidur, cuma ditanyain bang nggak live. Ada yang ngechat gue bang nggak live, ya udah gue live sekarang. Tadi nggak mau live, cuma gara-gara ternyata ada yang nungguin kan. Ada yang nungguin aku live main ginian, ya udah aku live. Pada minta ganti game, jadi aku usahain malam ini kelar lah. Pagi ini ya, anjay pagi ini kan. So ini game mikir soalnya. Nggak bisa sembarangan. Kalau sembarangan nanti gagal aja.
Exactly what I said. I want that building thoroughly investigated.
I'm intrigued, Miss Lutzman. I really am.
Toh.
You're going to have to give me something if you want me to.
Udah pagi nih bang, iya udah pagi, bukan pagi ini apa? Dini hari, anjay, si paling mikir, dasar anak Jakarta lo ya, gue lihat ya.
That's pretty heady stuff, Miss Lutzman. Flimsy.
Gimana daftar joki? Banyak daftar joki. Wisnu mikir pas itu sialan. Gimana daftar joki? Banyak gak? Gimana tuh tangan? Pegel gak? Semangat jokinya bro. Gila, berani joki ID orang, gue kagak pernah, gue kagak berani gue. Hebat aja Bang Doksi bisa joki-joki ID orang ya. Nyamuk dah. Ada Bang Doksi datang nyamuk tambah banyak Jing. Mampus lah. Mati loh, makan nih raket nyamuk gua. Joki mancing aja dah besok-besok, joki mancing. Iya tuh, gue belum dapet tuh bang. Boleh lah bang, dibantu lah. Gue belum dapet. Ini gua senjata yang mancing tuh, apa sih namanya? Apa sih namanya? Itu dah pokoknya supaya chill-chill gaming family friendly. Iya. Kalau spiral abis mesti fokus anjir.
I'll lock you up.
The Cats. Iya, The Cats gue belum punya sama sekali. Beneran dah. Belum punya gue sama sekali, jir. The Cats tuh satu ya kagak punya gue buat si anjing kan. Iya, buat ngasih si anjing atau nggak Raiden. Gak punya gua, maafin gua dah. Nah ini terlalu sultan tidak tahu deket sih paling end gue. Ngapa kayak gitu dah? Ini kayak gue tahu nih kayak lo ketulang viewers lo ya ngomongnya si paling ya. Bukannya gimana bang. Mancing itu membutuhkan waktu dan tenaga bang.
Mr. Benson?
Sedangkan engulfing membutuhkan hokian.
Jack. I'm just trying out a new pattern. I noticed Elsa Lickman in the lobby.
It's the weirdest thing, Mr. Benson.
Kejangkit gua iya sama penonton lo kan.
Like I said, Curtis.
Sama si paling iya dah. Ngapa dah lu begitu dah? Jangan bikin malu bang, jangan bikin malu aku lah bang Doksi lah si paling. Oh iya bang Doksi. Sebelum aku belum lebaran kita. Mau maaf lahir batin ya. AFK deh ini aduh. Iya makan deh, mohon maaf lahir batin ya bang Doksi ya. Kalau ada salah-salah maafin ya. Aku nih sehat-sehat ya bang Doksi ya. Semangatnya YouTube-nya. Jaga kesehatannya. Banyak rezekinya, banyak penontonnya, banyak subscribernya. Pokoknya banyak rezekinya dalam segi apapun dah. Ya, mimpinya tercapai semua. Amin. Maafkan kalau Dota saya terlalu beban. Kamu mah nggak pernah beban kamu. Kalau kita main cuma sekali seumur hidup. Sama-sama amin. Emot tangan berdoa. Nggak harus ditulis juga kali. Udah makan sono dah. Gila. Melesat banget ya aku lihat-lihat nih YouTube-nya nih. Gila langsung udah berapa? Pokoknya 300-an ya. Tinggal makan. Oke. Thank you ya. Thank you. Alicia Field. Ini pada AFK juga semuanya si Teddy. Marvian doang nggak AFK. Marvian masih ada kamu ya Marvian. Padahal kamu nggak ngerti game ini ya, tapi kamu nonton dah. Herman aku sama kamu. Ini game lagi gabut-gabutinnya banget soalnya aku lagi malas ceritain ini. Apanya tuh namanya arti per arti kayak aduh gimana ya. Pokoknya tadi aku udah ceritain lah yang tadi ada temen aku nanya kan cerita itu tentang apa, aku udah ceritain gimana.
Bulldozing and starting again. Leland Monroe, the man with the grin. Looks like he doesn't like to be disappointed.
Thank you ya Marvian ya udah mau nemenin ya.
Hey, you just can't be walking around down here.
I'm Jack Kelso from California Fire and Life.
I don't care if you're from the Vatican. Buzz off.
I'm investigating the accidental death of a Lou Buckwalter and...
You deaf? Do I have to beat on you?
Looks like you do.
Ribut aja. Bangsat. Ngentot lu ya. Ngadi-ngadi lo. Ngajak ribut lo, hah?
I came to see the house where Lou Buckwalter died. You were just about to offer to show me the way.
It's out the gate, 3 houses down on the left. Don't know what you're looking for, smart guy. There's nothing there.
Then I'll poke around in the rubble.
Fine. As long as you're out of my sight.
Mau gue tonjok lagi loh. Bang, game PS2 yang bagus apa ya bang? Wah banyak game PS2 mah. Sayangnya aku nggak kuat komputer aku. Maafin dah. Nah, ini nih. Ini rumah bangkrut gua. Gue lagi namatin game-game baru tamatnya gitu. Aku saranin kamu ya, kalau kamu mau jadi streamer, saranin kamu katanya kamu mau jadi streamer juga di masa depan, kan? Kamu ini aja apa namanya? Jangan mainin game-game yang belum pernah kamu mainin, ngerti nggak? Jadi biar kamu nggak tahu alur jalur ceritanya. Jadi pas di masa depan kamu nge-stream nanti apa namanya nanti kayak ekspresinya tuh bener-bener kamu nggak tahu game gitu. Pokoknya gitu dah. Paham lah apa yang aku maksud. Ya kan?
Oh, I've got something for dear.
Anjir, sono bro, salah jalan bro. Naik ya, goblok ah. Oh gitu, iya. Jangan kamu main GTA, main apa gitu, kamu cari yang belum pernah kamu mainin. Belum pernah kamu mainin. Biar kamu nanti kalau mainin tuh ekspresi kamu bener-bener pure gitu. Kadang-kadang kita kan, aku misalkan main GTA nih. Kayak dulu kita udah pernah main GTA kan. Habis itu kita lihat ekspresinya kita udah biasa aja karena kita tahu misinya kayak gini gitu. Ini apaan sih nih? Ini suruh ngapain lah? Goblok. Nah, gua tiba-tiba begini dah. What just happened, Jir? Ini gue suruh ngapain lah? Oh, gue coba cari tahu dulu. Ini Teddy pasti udah tidur nih. Teddy, bangun Ted. Game ini bagus juga. Game gamenya. Game ini bagus. Bagus sih bagus, cuman suruh mikir. Buat orang-orang mikir bagus kayaknya. Tapi kalau orang-orang nggak suka mikir kayak kurang bagus deh. Soalnya dituntut buat mikir bro.
Can't we talk about this? Sam is taking me to
Oh, ini suruh ngapain, Jing? Oh shit, ini dia.
You look at this clown.
Let's try to piece this together. That's not right.
What was that?
They don't quite fit.
GTA versi jadi orang baik. Kalau GTA kan Natal udah main jadi mafia geng-geng. Iya.
Keystone Films. Who gets their lumber from a film studio?
Aku mainin cuma GTA San Andreas doang ya, aku udah ngerti. Tapi saya belum. Waduh. Oh. Ditabrak bulldozer gua anjing. Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh boy, gue merinding anjing, ngetot. Gila, like. Bocah ngadi-ngadi gue mau ditabrak sama bulldozer aja.
We'll never find out.
Whoa! Easy!
Jack Kelso, California Fire and Life investigator. I need an address on the Keystone Film Company.
The address is 658 North Wilton Place. Is there anything else?
No, thank you, ma'am.
Oke.
He's dull as dishwater, but I'm not with him for the
Lanjut
conversation.
terus misi-misinya, lanjut terus. No pussy. Always going. Kang Teddy bangun, Kang Teddy. Tidur dia kayaknya deh. Teddy tidur, biarin aja, dia tuh selalu bantuin aku AFK dah. Terlalu baik dia orangnya. Dia, Kayla, Bang Haku, enggak. Kalian semua lah, baik-baik lah kalian semua tuh, thank you ya. Run low, walk away. Oh, she's been but a psycho, a little bit psycho. And now she's screaming.
Hi, Mac.
I'm a
I
mouse,
work for
mama.
California Fire and Life. I'm looking into an industrial accident.
Here?
No, not here. The housing development over on Normandy Avenue.
So?
I found some lumber over there, had the Keystone name printed on it.
We've been closed since 41. Never quite made the transition to talkies. The Suburban Redevelopment Fund are pulling the place down.
Know anything about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Nix.
Mind if I take a look around?
I'm kind of hungry. If someone was to leave a couple of bucks here, I might wander down the street and get a cup of coffee.
Is there a key to the gate?
No. The only guys who go in or out are some delivery guys from Elysian Fields. They're working on a housing development over at Wilton and Santa Monica. You'll have to hop it.
Jadi streamer itu ada 3 harus dimiliki. Apa tuh? Apa tuh? Apa tuh yang harus dimiliki streamer? Satu harus jago main game, kedua cantik. Ya. I see. 2 cantik, iya betul. Wadaw. Satu harus jago main game, 2 cantik, yang ketiga apaan?
The Suburban Redevelopment Fund pledges to speed up housing development for returning GI.
Gentlemen, this is Dr. Harlan Fontaine. He's our latest investor in the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. Doctor, this is Curtis Benson. He's Vice President of the California Fire and Life.
Pleased to meet you, Doctor.
Ray Gordon, editor of the Times.
Doctor.
District Attorney Don Sandler and Police Chief Warren.
Gentlemen, I am delighted to be in such exalted company. You're making quite a name for yourself, Doctor, amongst the thespian fraternity. I find that those of artistic temperament are often of a fragile mental disposition. It's a short step from miscreant to recidivism, Doctor.
Very true. But I think we could all agree that the City of Angels does rather well basking in the reflection of the motion picture industry. Hear, hear. And it's something that every sucker getting off a train at Union Station wants a part of. Gentlemen, we're here to sell the American dream, and Hollywood is our greatest advertiser.
So, how is your new development selling, Leland?
Cannot throw them up fast enough, Ray.
And that's part of the problem, Leland. Washington is receiving steady complaints. There's a clamor for public
God
housing.
damn it, Ray. Public housing is tantamount to communism. Now, that's why we fought this goddamn war. I'm telling you, it's Reds by the back door.
You can't have it both ways, Leland. The new freeways are being built to service all your developments out in the boondocks. They're all being built with government money.
The GI Bill is government money.
There's a difference.
What difference?
The GI money ends up in my pocket.
I hope you mean our pockets, Leland. We're all investors.
Poor Curtis.
So, when will the freeway bond be passed on?
It still has to be ratified. Takes a long time to raise $3 billion.
I need to find a game well or a telephone.
In a great day for the future of Los Angeles, civic leaders and businessmen joined forces to launch the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. The Suburban Redevelopment Fund pledges to speed up housing development for returning GI.
Gentlemen, this is Dr. Harlan Fontaine.
Operator, I'd be glad if you'd put me through to police dispatch.
Putting you through now.
This is Jack Kelso, investigator for California Fire and Life. Can you put me through to Curtis Benson, please?
Just a moment, please, Mr. Kelso.
Jack, how can I help?
Do you know anything about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund, Mr. Benson?
I've heard of them, Jack. Building new homes for GIs.
With green lumber that was used on movie sets.
Jack, are you working the Buckwalter case?
Mr. Benson, are you part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Jack, I want you to listen very clearly. Call Miss Lickman. Call her as soon as you hang up. Arrange to see her tonight and get her to agree to the settlement. Do it tonight, do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
End of story, Jack. I don't want to hear another word about Elsa Lickman or Luke Buckwalter.
Can you put me through to Michigan 221?
Putting the call through.
Hello?
Ms. Lichtman, it's Jack Kelso.
Yes, Mr. Kelso.
I've been looking into your case.
Yes, and what have you found?
It doesn't look good. I need to see you.
Meet me at the Blue Room. I work there tonight. I take a break around 9. I'll be waiting at the stage door. We can talk then. Auf Wiedersehen, Mr. Kelso.
Thanks.
And don't suppose I'll make a plea, 'cause baby, you know I'm guilty.
Abang, gue yang mati. Maaf bang, gue nya mati anjing. Nah, gue nya mati maksudnya. Kapan dah? Baterainya mati.
What were you doing with him?
I was doing what you asked.
I didn't ask you to meet him in an alleyway.
Why do you snarl at me? Your friend came to ask me to accept the insurance.
He's not my friend, Elsa.
I think he's a brave man, and you have placed him in great danger. You've involved him in something, and he has no idea of the risk.
Baterainya mati. Oh ya udah nggak apa-apa, bilang kamu mau tidur juga nggak apa-apa kok. Makasih ya, Mas Fianes.
Forget the past, Cole. He deserves the chance to say no. If he helps you, let it be on his terms.
I'll go see him in the morning.
Something funny about the clam chowder.
Oke. Perjalananku masih panjang. Oh Tuhan, ku cinta dia. Aduh. Ini kayak pakai perang-perang sih. Lihat.
Nice wiring job, fellas. Keep them in the dark.
Dulu ada streamer, Pak Polisi. Ngapa tiba-tiba ngomong gitu dah? Kenapa ya channel lu suka nggak ada notif setelah sejam baru ada notif? Masa sih? Aku ada. Mengingatnya versi baik-baik. Hah? Terus? Anjing. Oh, ini horor nih aja.
You lose something, Mac?
I thought these private eye types were all wise guys with smart mouths.
Looks like the snappy repartee has all dried up.
Get on with it.
Iya di gue channel YouTube lu notifnya telat kadang nggak ada. Masa sih? Gue ada kok. Gue tuh kan tadi sore aja nggak ada. Nanti lu bilang terus gue cek ada. Jadi gue ada di sini. Jadi kan gue kan juga nonton, kan gue nonton YouTube gue juga lewat HP juga Bang Noxi ya, buat bantu-bantu nonton jam tayang kan, nonton pakai HP juga. Pokoknya setiap gue ngeklik start stream di OBS, start streaming, dan nggak lama kemudian itu ada notifnya di HP. Wisnu Yudo Prasetyo streaming ini gitu. Selalu ada notifnya. Mungkin nggak tahu sih apa setiap orang beda-beda HP-nya apa gimana, nggak ngerti deh.
Now that's more like it.
Let's put a few gaps in that spot.
Goblok baru main jatuh.
All right, let's dance.
Time for you to lose some teeth.
Anjing gue. Waduh. Ini Marvin pakai foto lu.
You're a worn tough guy.
Emang biasa begitu dia aja.
Get him downstairs and in the
Tadi
trunk.
sore aja nggak ada. Nanti lu bilang terus gue cek ada. Tapi nggak selalu kasih kadang doang. Ini Marvin iya kadang nggak. Alhamdulillah aku selalu ada. Mungkin karena ini kali apa mungkin karena kalian terlalu banyak notif YouTube yang lain kali. Jadi aku kalah notifnya apa gitu kali, nggak ngerti sih aku. Marvin emang gitu dia dari dulu, dari kecil gue kok dari kecil, ngapa dari kecil? Udah percuma kamu hapus. Sebenarnya tuh chat-chat yang di restrict gitu percuma kalau sama streamernya langsung dilihat duluan langsung dihapus, Jir.
He's wishing he didn't. He's in the trunk. He's going nowhere. The boys introduce themselves.
Dari kecil gue pakai di foto mana ada anjir. Tahu nggak itu juga foto editan dari ini VTuber. gue pakai, gue potong doang. Jadi waktu itu collab sama VTuber. Dibuatin thumbnailnya kan. Thumbnailnya dibuatin, udah gue tinggal cut doang. Foto gue doang. Goblok saking malesnya anjing. Tidur Bang Doksi, udah kelar makan kan tidur lah. Besok Jumat masalahnya. Masih ada sholat Jumat segala macem. Paling bete tuh Jumat ya. Tidurnya nggak puas soalnya. Wah anjir.
Elsa.
Abis sholat terus tidur.
Sorry, pal. Desperate times.
Oh boy. Wajir, kenapa jadi kejar-kejaran gini dah? Iya, maksudnya soal Jumat sambil ngantuk-ngantuk tuh paling nggak enak tau.
Got a job to do.
What? Mampus lah. Kabur.
What's your problem?
Goblok.
Okay. Hey.
Halo, Kayla mana? Kayla dia lagi liburan. Kelly ada, dia ada tuh setiap aku stream ada. Cuman tadi dia lagi dotaan sama teman-temannya party 5. Nggak tahu sampai sekarang masih main apa enggak. Tadi siang sama sore dia main sama aku. Kalau si Kayla dia lagi liburan sampai tanggal 8. Dia tuh susah sinyal. Kadang dia mampir, say hi. Minal aidin, habis itu udah katanya pamit dulu, susah sinyal di sini kata dia. Gitu. Lagi jalan-jalan dia, lagi healing country. Kalau Bang Haku ya Bang Haku lah lagi streaming dia biasanya kan siang-siang atau malam-malam. Slow bro, mereka masih pada sehat bro. Oh apa kamu belum minta izin sama mereka ya? Minta aidin. Minta aidin lupa izin. Alhamdulillah. 3 kasus lagi nih anjir. Kayaknya 3 kasus lagi ya, kayaknya.
Satchel charges on the cave entrance from above. Covering fire on weapons team. Look for snipers in the trees. You know the drill. No risks, no heroes, no prisoners.
You want some roast on this one, Sarge?
No, you guys have done enough. Head back to Webb's. We are going to blow every cave we come across.
Semoga jam 3 atau jam 4 udah tamat lah. Tapi pahit-pahit gue udah targetin jam 6. Kalau jam 6 semoga sebelum jam 6 tamat lah. Jadi besok gue streamingnya sore, nggak dari pagi kayak biasa.
Hoboom, weapons company. Sir.
We have a major cave complex in front of us, Hogaboom. I want flamethrowers and BAR teams to clean it out.
Begging your
Game apa lagi next?
But if it's a big complex, why
Mau
don't we
kayaknya aku pengen mainin The Walking Dead dah.
We can't wait for
The Walking Dead series. The Walking Dead 1, 2, 3, 4 sampai tamat. Aku punya di Steam. Di Steam aku lengkap The Walking Dead ya sampai tamat dari pertama. Aku pengen mainin itu ya. Tapi si Marvian sama Teddy nyaraninnya Liberty City. Emulator PS2 enak tuh. Aku mainin yang ada di Steam dulu. The Walking Dead Steam, iya. Yang di Steam. Aku punya sampai tamat itu seriesnya. Kemarin kan diskon tuh aku beli aja. Soalnya aku kalau pakai emulator PS2 tuh nge-lag Bang Doksi. Game enteng, cuman emulatornya berat gitu. Nggak ngerti aku. Aneh tuh emulator PS2 tuh berat. Soalnya kan aku nggak ada VGA kan ya. Jadi gitu. Waktu itu gratis lupa klaim PA. Di mana di ini ya berarti di apa namanya? Apa sih namanya? Bukan Steam kan? Di mana tuh lagi tuh? Aduh lupa lagi aku. Aplikasi satu lagi. Oh di Steam, emang apa gratis? Baru tahu aku. Bukan Epic, bukan. Oh bukan, kirain aku Epic Games.
Oh, Miss Lichtman. How long have you been sitting there?
Not long, Mr. Kelso.
You look lovely, princess.
Iya, aku punya D1 sampai tamat. Pokoknya list game aku tuh banyak lah. Ini teman-teman aku di sini pada nyaranin aku main GTA Liberty City. Habis itu aku punya series The Walking Dead sampai tamat. Habis itu aku punya series game Yakuza Zero sampai tamat. Tinggal ya pokoknya alhamdulillah stok game aku masih banyak sih, stok game. Dan Dota dan Genshin. Udah lah Dota Genshin tuh pasti kayak cuman Dota tuh main kalau ada yang ngajak, abis itu Genshin main kalau ada update doang paling. Soalnya bingung kalau udah habis eventnya tuh gue mau ngapain lagi tuh bingung lah.
I just wanted to apologize
Gitu. Jadi
for
Dota Genshin tuh pasti, cuma musiman. Gitu. Abis itu aku ada game-game hobo, game-game jadi gelandangan. Aku saranin yang pendek aja dulu bang, baru yang panjang. Iya iya. Lihat besok ya.
I've got a lot more dots to join and it's making my head hurt.
That's perfectly understandable, mister.
Gila, kalian pada kagak tidur apa
I
aja?
hope we can meet again under less dramatic
Kuat-kuat pada libur apa gimana sih? Gue libur sih, bukan libur, lebih tepatnya gue nganggur aja. Belum ada proyek lagi. Proyeknya baru ada katanya pertengahan bulan ini, nggak tahu dia bener apa kagak. Gue diajak lagi apa kagak? Kalau nggak diajak berarti gue nganggur lagi. Gue full YouTube lagi berarti. Like always. Walking Dead pendek kan? Walking Dead panjang. Walking Dead 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ada 5. Yakuza juga panjang. Yakuza malah ada 6 apa 7 seriesnya. Jadi ibaratnya kayak GTA 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gitu-gitu loh. Dan ceritanya tuh nyambung.
You're a funny guy, Jack.
What do you want, Peterson?
A colorful character mentioned your name. He said that you might know something
There's
about...
a problem with colorful characters, Peterson. First they send you over a drink, then they buy you dinner, then you get a phone call in the middle of the night for a favor. Try rubbing shoulders with some
Paling
solid
Liberty
citizens.
dulu lah yang kamu saranin lah, main game pendek dulu, Liberty City dulu paling.
For the moment.
I'm going to run for
Abis
DA,
Liberty
Kelso.
baru dah ada Walking Dead,
The current
Walking Dead.
administration stinks.
And you want me to help?
I'm looking for a DA's investigator. You get a gun and a badge and $120 a month.
I get $150 a month now.
I'm going after the Vice Squad, Kelso. It's going to get me elected.
I've got something better. How about Leland Monroe?
The property developer?
Do you think I fell down the stairs?
Ya udah nanti aku tamatnya sampai kayak gitu ya. Udah nanti aku lihat. Nanti kita lihat aja. Nanti kita lihat aja gimana. Lihat besok gimana. Nanti bukan besok ya, hari ini ya. Kita lihat hari ini aku main apa, ntar lihat aja. Gak bisa berenang tapi si Cipriani kok nggak bisa berenang sih, mengecewakan sekali aja. Off dulu ya, temen gue udah datang. Buset, temen datang jam segini anjir, pada ngumpul di rumah. Oke lah, makasih Bang Noksi ya, minal aidin ya sekali lagi ya, maaf lahir batin ya Bang. Sehat-sehat yo, makasih.
Jack, it's good to see you. You've caught me at a slightly inopportune moment. Can we do this some other time?
Back off, Curtis. Move away from the door.
Jack, there's no call for that.
You're smooth, Curtis, I'll give you that. You try to get me killed and you still manage to be polite about it.
Jack, how could you accuse me of having anything to do with that?
I want to know all about you and Monroe, Curtis. You give it up or I beat it out of you.
Get the fuck out of here, Jack. You're fired. Who do you think you are? Get out of town now while you still have the chance. You have no idea what kind of forces you're dealing with here.
I guess we've exhausted the passive options. Sit tight, Curtis. I'm taking a look around.
Bang, dulu pernah punya pacar belum? Pernah dulu, cuma satu pacar aku. Bukan pacar sih, mantan sekarang ya. Cuma satu mantan aku.
How old are you, Princess?
16, mister?
How old are you really?
Nearly 13.
You take love where you can find it as you get older.
Love? That has nothing to do with love, Curtis.
Some might find your romantic notions endearing, Jack. I find them very tiring.
You're finished, Curtis.
That remains to be seen, Jack.
I haven't told you about my new job, Curtis. DA's investigator.
Who do you think the DA reports to, Jack?
Get dressed, you're getting out of here.
He's not so bad. He just lays on top of me and grunts for a few minutes. He's kind. And he buys me nice things.
Get dressed, you're leaving.
Anjir.
She will only come back.
Anak 13 tahun udah begituan dah. Goblok.
What exactly do you expect to find, Jack?
Ini disuruh ngapain? Lagi nyari barang bukti, dia kerjasama sama inian apa kagak? Yang buat, aduh, yang buat rumah palsu itu.
Jack, you've made a terrible mistake.
I knew you
Get out
were
while
bad
you
with
can.
illusion, Curtis. Now I know why. To get all of the stockholders.
Ini dia lagi nyari informasi, dia kerjasama sama orang jahat apa enggak?
What exactly do you expect to find, Jack?
I want answers, Curtis. So pay attention.
Please, Jack. I'm not a violent man.
I don't get it, Curtis. You're vice president of the company. Why take the risk?
It's a simple business transaction, dear boy.
You're lying, Curtis. Something happened at the company, didn't it? That's why you took the bribe.
Bribe? What bribe? How can you accuse me of benefiting ahead of the company?
I noticed that the share certificates are in your name, Curtis, not the company's. What did you use as collateral?
Those sons of bitches in Sacramento. They passed me over for president. Sent me here because they believed it was a backwater.
Oh.
They were wrong. Los Angeles
Allah
will become
Akbar.
the capital of the world, not San Francisco. This place will be the city of the 20th century. And I'm gonna get my cut, Jack.
You're going to jail, Curtis. You and your cronies.
We'll see about that, Jack.
Tell me about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
You're talking about the future of Los Angeles. You cannot interfere with these plans.
Information, Curtis.
Business people who have joined forces to meet the demand for new homes.
You're lying, Curtis. They're going to burn those movie sets they call houses, and you're carrying the insurance on them.
And how do you prove that, Jack?
Rancho Escondido burnt to the ground.
Tidur.
Fire and Life is carrying the
Udah tidur. Malvin
The best
tidur.
result you could get from insurance would be replacement cost. The stakes are much, much higher.
Why the big payoff in the Buckwalter case? It was bound to bring it to attention.
Who could have predicted this particular confluence of events? Elsa Lichtman as the beneficiary who spurns the cash. The brilliant but
Rex
flawed
mentraktir
detective
satu
becoming her
mora.
lover.
Halo, semangat liftnya wajah tersenyum anjay cemiwiu ahai.
You buy green lumber and use it to build houses.
Makasih ya. Siapa tadi? Siapa tadi yang ini? Hah? Stretch siapa anjir? Thank you yo, siapapun itu, uangnya 1000. Iya, nggak tahu siapa anjir. Stretch siapa nggak tahu aku. Kita lihat baik, kita lihat bareng-bareng ya. Nggak usah lihat bareng-bareng deh, aku aja deh yang lihat, bisa kelihatan kok ini. Makasih ya pagi-pagi begini dapat 1000. Thank you loh. Stretch siapa nih? Aku lihat Wajib kagak ada emailnya bangke. Kagak ada emailnya, kagak ketahuan jadinya. Ya udah siapapun itu makasih ya. Aduh. Makasih banyak ya. Aduh. Thank you, thank you. Nggak tahu aku siapa impostor. Nggak tahu siapa. Makasih ya. Traktirannya pagi-pagi. Maaf kalau gabutin nih. Lagi ngantuk, main sambil ngantuk-ngantuk. Target aku mesti tamat malam ini soalnya malam ini pagi ini. Thank you, thank you.
It's all there in the case file. If you know what to look for.
Very neat, Curtis. Maybe I can't work it out, but Phelps can. He may be many things, but he is one of the best detectives the LAPD has ever had.
Your card is marked, Jack. You'll have an unfortunate accident if you don't leave town.
Your California isn't the same as mine, Mr. Benson.
Impostor. Gila, kalian pada nggak tidur apa ya hari Jumat hari ini loh. Ngopi dulu bang. Waduh, aku nggak suka kopi. Suka kopi hitam. Aku suka kopi susu. Maksudnya males buatnya jir. Aku tadi udah minum extra jos susu kok tadi jam 10. Jam 10 apa jam setengah 10? Jam setengah 10 sih, udah lama banget ya. Aku udah restream berapa kali tadi Marvian ya? 4 kali restream ya? Gara-gara internet ya? Aduh, untung ada arti internetnya sekarang aman ya.
I'm just going up to my office, Barty. Gotta check over some files.
Take the elevator. First door on the right when you know the way.
Stretch mentraktir 1 mora. Sama-sama mantap, all good, wajah tersenyum V.
Sama-sama mantap. Terima kasih. Makasih 1000-nya lagi. Ngeselin emang internet. Iya, ngeselin emang internet. Lucu banget dah, ada aja rezeki pagi-pagi gini ya.
What is it you don't want me to see?
Makasih ya. Tuh.
Insured replacement value for the house.
Semoga kamu sehat-sehat ya, banyak rezekinya. Kamu ngasih aku berapa? 2000 ya, semoga berkali-kali lipat ya, dari 200.000, 2 juta, 200 juta. Ya gitu dah. Oke. Makasih. Ini kemana pula lagi? Aku nggak tahu lagi. Bisa masuk nggak sih ini? Bingung nih aku nih, kayak gini-gini bikin bingung nih anjir. Nanti kalau mati lampu lebih parah. Iya, mati lampu lebih parah. Bukan lebih parah lagi, udah parah banget mati lampu mah. Waduh, ini kemana ya? Gua nyasar nih, bro. Oh shit.
Oh, Susie, you are so bad.
Udah, aku turun dulu lah.
There's something else in that report. I know it. 34 degrees, 4 minutes, 29 seconds north. 118 degrees, 17 minutes, 58
Bang, itu The
seconds
Warrior
west.
sampai tamat gak sih? Sampai tamat dong. Udah tamat itu The Warrior.
I have a Detective Phelps of the LAPD here to see you.
Have a seat, Cole. Where's the go-between? She's awful easy on the eye
Kenapa
for a
memang
foreign girl.
Does that
Marvian?
private dick petter actually work on anyone, Kelso?
Kenapa memang Marvian kenapa? Kamu main itu aku blue screen 3 kali kalau kamu mau tanya tuh. Aku main itu blue screen 3 kali ya. Berat The Warrior soalnya.
Hello there. The Land Registry Office. Where is it?
Just up the stairs.
Thanks.
Nanya doang, kambing kamu ya. Ini di mana anjir? Ini ya. Apa ini? Land Registry Office. Mana ya?
I'd like to see the company details of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
Certainly, sir. Just this way.
Kang Teddy HP-nya mati. Iya, Kang Teddy.
All those suburban sons of bitches ought to be listed in here.
Apa dia ngomong apa tadi anjir? Gua nggak mudeng lagi kambing. Halo,
Courtney, for God's sake, what's he got to do with this? I'd like information on a plot of land.
Okay, do you have the address?
Not exactly. It's a new lot. I have the coordinates. 34 degrees, 4 minutes, 29 seconds north. 118 degrees, 17 minutes, 58 seconds west.
All right, that makes it a bit more difficult. Come with me.
Alamatnya gitu deh.
I believe that is in the Wilshire area. Here.
34 degrees, 4 minutes, 29 seconds north. 118 degrees, 17 minutes, 58 seconds west. The lot number's 1876988.
Unfortunately, that is just the beginning. We have at least 1 million lot numbers in the Los Angeles area. Registrations are in alphabetical order. You need to convert your lot number to a letter.
How do I do that?
Over here. Use this adding machine. There are
Ini ribet
90,000 entries
bangsat.
to a book. So divide your lot
Gue nggak akan
number.
AFK bang kalau gue nggak komen. Nggak lagi mikir mau komen apa. Gue nggak akan AFK bang kalau gue nggak komen. Nggak lagi mikir mau komen apa. Sama aku juga lagi bingung nih. Otak aku lagi lolot. Lagi lolabas soalnya.
1876588. 988. Divided by
90,000, yes.
187 1876988 87 6988 dibagi 90.000.
1,876,988 divided by 90,000.
Goblok, ulang lagi dari awal. Gue salah pencet 87 6988. 187
1876988
dibagi 90.000, ye.
90,000, yes.
$20.
A starts at 0, so you want to add 1 to your number.
21.
That number is your letter of the alphabet. Once you have the letter, find the right aisle, and you are in business.
Kayaknya harus makan cabai rawit tuh biar nggak ngantuk. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U mana mana ini deh. Goblok anjing.
Let's see what the site is worth to them. 1876988.
Why?
The book value is $350. With the new home in place, the improved value of the property is $3,500. They can make a killing. But how do they pull it off?
Karena kaya harus makan cabai rawit iya nih anjir. Perang lagi anjir.
Know why I pumped for the caddy? The extra trunk space.
One thing you learn in the war, boys. You do your talking once the smoke clears.
Allahu Akbar, shotgun anjing. Goblok. Ini lawannya apa, Bang? Lawan geng sebelah.
He's there, right the there. Guns.
Kill him!
Weapons on the ground now.
Let's see.
Mampus lo ya.
I need a word, Courtney.
That's okay, Jack.
Aku udah ngantuk parah aja, aku udah mau tidur. Oh my god. Mataku.
Jack Kelso.
Who's asking?
Balin Monroe.
I was wondering when you'd get around to calling.
I'd like to meet with you, Mr. Kelso.
I bet you would, Mr. Monroe. But I value my skin highly enough to not want to meet with you. Why don't you just send some more of your boys around and we'll have a nice cup of tea?
You realize that I could make you a very wealthy man, Mr. Kelso.
Better than $220 a month?
You're a very witty man, Kelso. Substantially better.
I'm going to have to let it slide, Mr. Monroe.
Are you haggling with me, Jack?
I might be.
Come around to my place at 9. 5164 Santa Monica Boulevard. You'll come?
I might. Good night, Mr. Monroe.
Oh. Udah mulai terasa nih. Wisnu, semangat Wisnu, dikit lagi Wisnu.
I appreciate the help, all of you. We can reminisce later. I want a minimum of noise and no prisoners.
No prisoners? This isn't Pelelu, Jack.
These guys are grifting
Tembak-tembakan anjing.
You think you can hold out? Hold the perimeter. I got personal business with Mr. Leland.
I'm moving. Check your fire. Throw your gun down. Still gonna ice you.
a very sweet-looking girl to be holding such a big gun.
I know how to use it, mister.
I'm sure you do. So how about pointing it over there in the direction of Hollywood instead of at me, Princess?
You're quite the wise guy.
Don't normally shoot women, Princess. How about putting the cannon down? I didn't think you had the guts, sweetheart. I was never very good at reading women. Monroe! Where are you, damn it?
Ya bang dikit lagi kayaknya
You want
harus.
me? You got me.
Harusnya sih. Nggak tahu sih, masih lama kayaknya. Nggak tahu deh. Gimana sih anjing nih kamarnya?
Yeah, Kelso.
That's my opening negotiating position.
Semangat bang, yoi.
How did you get in here? I'm bleeding to death. Get me a doctor.
I thought I had an invitation, Monroe. Your boys outside were certainly expecting me. That's my second offer.
You sadistic bastard. What do you want?
I'm going to take a look around, Monroe. Then I want you to tell me what you know about the mayor and those Trojan houses that you're building.
Semangat bang, iya thank you ya.
The Suburban Redevelopment Fund. Remind me what they say about absolute power, Monroe.
Fuck you, Jack. Call me an ambulance already.
That's a hell of a payroll. I'm guessing Benson's portfolio is only a fraction the size of yours, Monroe. Smart. Keep the dirt on Fontaine under lock and key. This is your insurance. Some sold up. The others obviously didn't know the links these sons of bitches would go to.
Lu ngapain sih anjing? Oh ini kali ya? Kalau ditotalin lu les 3 jaman masa sih? Kayak gue harus keluar dah. Gede banget di rumah anjing. Ini kemana woi? Anjir gue nyasar. Ya 3 jaman lebih. Ini kemana anjing? Hah? Ya karena ngantuk.
Dr. Fontaine.
Oh, udah.
Kelso, there's too much money at stake.
Kingdoms rise and
Udah,
kingdoms
udah,
fall,
udah.
Monroe. Ask the Emperor of Japan.
Have some fucking mercy.
Operator, put me through to Phelps, arson squad. Yeah, Biggs, it's Jack. I'm at Monroe's. He's in a talkative mood. If you get here in a hurry, you might get something before he bleeds to death. Elsa.
Oh, thank God.
Where? Fontaine. Dead? Former patient.
So that crazy son of a bitch finally came back for a checkup.
It's Monroe. He's raving.
You want information, cocksucker. You get me some medical help.
I've got to go, Herschel. Monroe's negotiating again. Do you want my final offer, Leland? Tell me how I find the guy who has Elsa.
Not Casey. He did whatever Fontaine asked. He had some kind of power over him. He did all the fires and then he went off the rails. I don't have a fucking name. He worked as a bug sprayer. Get me a goddamn doctor. Kelso, you son of a whore! Get me a goddamn doctor!
kaki lu ditembak anjing. Wah, belum nih, belum kelar, masih ada misinya. Anjing, masih ada misinya. Wah, masih ada anjir. Bapak nggak terlalu bisa banyak komen soalnya bingung mau komen apa. Nggak apa-apa, kamu nemenin aku anjir. Oke, kira kamu mau tidur dah.
Jack's okay. He has something up his sleeve. He's not worried about being caught.
How do we help?
We go after the other side of the equation. Jack has a lesion and its cronies running scared. We go after the doctor and some of the other guys.
But the whole department breathing down our necks.
It's time for action, Herschel. It's time for change. Jack's crossed the Rubicon and we have to be on the other side.
Christ, what was that?
Explosion. Something big.
You think it's the Reds? You think those Rusky sons of bitches that dropped the H-bomb on us?
Calm down, Herschel. We need to be ready for the call.
I'm not waiting for an invitation. Get in the car and head for the cloud. KGPL can give us the details on the way.
All units, reports of an explosion.
Look at the sky, Cole. No screwing around. We need to be in the car when the call goes out over KGPL.
All units, car 88K reports an explosion downtown. Repeating, 88K is reporting an explosion downtown. All units, stand by for further.
Downtown? Can't be.
All units, explosion location is somewhere in Wilshire. Car 14 Adam reports the address. It is standby.
Calling the car to be looking for a
Kita skip aja lah. Udah capek.
The commander will want us at the scene. Let's go.
Jesus.
Anjir,
I never seen nothing like this. I wish I could say the same.
Wah, kebakaran. Iya anjir, ini anda.
Jesus Christ. Poor people.
We gotta find out what.
Your leg, Phelps. Get your leg somewhere?
What in God's name?
The world's turned upside down.
Then it's time for us to do our jobs.
Hey, that's it, Mr. Mayor. We're wrapped. Well, good. Thank you very much, son. Think it went okay?
Itu kenapa bang kok rusuh? Nggak tahu ada bom
Nobody's ever done this before.
Hey, detective! I think I got something here.
That maybe goes for me too, son.
Any idea what this is?
A very large egg cup? A Viking helm?
Looks to me like some kind of machine component. An airplane part, maybe.
Very resolute.
Looks like all that's left. Try the laundry tag.
Detective, you seen this yet? Come take a look.
Blew the locker open, but shielded the contents. Let's see what we got in here.
Phelps, I think I found something.
Spy kamera anjing,
Only
kamera
OSS agents
mata-mata.
use these things. We'll need to get the film developed to see if there's an espionage angle.
What is it?
A substitution cipher. The Germans used them in the war. These are cipher rings.
You know what to do with them?
Maybe. They used them in OCS. This first letter to the cipher key. The rest of the message should align itself.
Jir masih nge-live tidur bro, bukan bulan puasa ini. Tanggung mau tamat ini, aduh, nih gimana lagi? Yuk dikit lagi yuk.
It's an address. 133 North Vermont Avenue. Tomoko Akamoto. Japanese name.
Emang kamu tau, emang ini bener dikit lagi. Kamu tau dari mana anjir?
Any ideas, Herschel?
None that I care to utter for public consumption.
Kamu tau dari mana ini dikit lagi dah?
This is a busy street, okay?
Sweet heaven. Oh.
Aduh, korban kebakaran. Oh, kirain dikit lagi, nggak tahu. Dikit lagi apa bukan?
I'm Fred Nicholson.
This is your place?
What's left of it? 32 years of work up in smoke.
Can you tell us what happened?
Saya 2 kali misi lagi, habisnya ada lagi misi terakhir. Jadi 2 misi lagi, misi ini sama satu lagi. Harusnya ya.
What exactly is this new process?
That's classified information, son.
Kalau nggak tahu lanjutin besok aja live-nya, disatuin sama GTA Live sama atau Walking Dead. Nggak, aku harus kelarin sekarang, nggak apa-apa. Aku harus kuat. Aku harus kuat.
It's traditionally done by hand. It's extremely labor intensive. The process could be worth millions.
Who is Tomoko Akamoto?
Dr. McClellan's personal assistant. She came highly recommended.
Akamoto was involved in industrial espionage. Was she working for you or for a foreign government?
That's a ridiculous assertion. How can you possibly say she was a spy?
How many of your other employees carry spy cameras in their handbags?
Jesus, Mary and Joseph, she was selling me out.
If she wasn't a foreign spy, who could she have been working for?
There could be other plating companies, but the big customers for the process are the aircraft manufacturers. Lockheed, Boeing, Hughes, North American.
What can you tell us about
Mending
McClellan?
sekarang sahur lagi.
A brilliant chemist.
Aduh.
He approached me a few months ago with the idea for the new process.
So no one has ever done this before?
No, but it's legitimate research.
So you thought McClellan could do what no one else could do? You were prepared to take that risk?
Look, he was a trained chemist, and his ideas could revolutionize electroplating.
And you would be rich.
I'm a businessman. What's wrong with turning?
Sahur lagi sekarang nggak ada makanan
You blew
belum
up
aku.
6 blocks. God knows how many people are dead.
I regret that.
That's laudable.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Nicholson. Can you send us Dr. McClellan and Miss Akamoto's personnel files?
I will if I can find them.
By the way, we also found the collar of a shirt. It has a laundry tag.
They're likely to be Dr. McClellan. And the majority of people who work here don't use a laundry service.
Minum lu bang, nggak seret apa tenggorokan lu? Seret dong.
Can you drive to this one?
Oleh, gua nyari duit, nyari dulu. Kita mau minum.
Detective Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Can you speak to someone at the Army Air Force Base for me, please?
Of course, Detective.
Tell them I have what I believe is an aircraft part. It's polished metal, light for its size, and it looks like a cone of some sort. It's stamped on the inside. P&W Wasp Major R4360.
I'll get back to you, Detective, when you check in.
Bang, gua matiin HP dulu bentar aja ya bang. Nggak apa-apa kalau kamu mau izin tidur, nggak apa-apa tidur. Maafin aku ya, aku ngantuk banget. Cuman aku maksain nih mau kelarin hari ini. Makasih ya Marvian ya. Nggak apa-apa, nggak apa kalau kamu mau tidur juga nggak apa-apa. Thank you Marvian ya. Udah nemenin.
Falling behind, Herschel.
Keep your shirt on. Here I come.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
You think McClellan went up in smoke? Or is he still alive?
You could ask the same question about Tomoko Akamoto.
I guess you could.
What do you need? Phelps and Biggs, LAPD. We have one of your laundry tags. Can you tell us who it might belong to?
Are you kidding? I got work to do, Mac. Here's the customer book. Knock yourself out.
Number was J2620, Cole.
Who is Hangstrom?
Could be someone else from the factory. Does he have an address?
No. Dead end. Thank you for all your help, sir. Operator, give me R&I.
I'm back. Waduh, kamu balik. Aku kira kamu tidur. Kalau mau kamu ngantuk tidurnya udah 2:30 pagi loh.
Phelps, 1347.
Aku udah setengah mati badan aku.
I need an address for an Oscar Hellstrom.
No presidential listing for anyone by that name, Detective. Sorry.
Thanks. You know the way. You can drive.
Minum kopi, cuci muka. Minum kopi biarin aja, aku tutup mata aja nggak apa-apa. Aku masih kuat kok. Let's go. Tuh ada bukti aja.
Well, well. Why the cloak and dagger routine, Miss Akamoto?
Allahu Akbar.
Somebody turned the place over. Better watch your step. Do you think I could fit in there? I couldn't fit in there.
I'd like to think you would have had something more to say about getting shoved in a fridge, Herschel. One to the head, one to the heart. Point blank. That could be a class ring.
Anjir kaget banget makanya anjir.
James Lindbergh. Very expensive watch. Favored by flyboys. I always wanted one as a kid.
That's funny. As a kid, all I wanted was some food on the table.
This is Biggs?
Sure. That apartment gives you one of those when you retire.
Ada orang di mati di kulkas nih. Ya Allah, sian amat kayaknya. Oh, ini sama nih.
Looks like we have a match.
Interesting dame, this Sakamoto. What is it exactly?
Microfilm. A document shrunk to the size of your thumbnail.
Rod must have amazing eyesight. Biggs, edge 525. I'll need a couple of black and whites at 133 North Vermont Avenue, Wilshire. We'll need an ambulance in
Bunyi
the
lagi satisfying.
Probably a team from technical services
Bangke.
as well.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Detective Phelps, badge 1247. Messages, please.
You need to call Ray Pinker urgently.
Can you put me through?
It's ringing now.
We're on our way in.
Nix that. I got a message from Lindbergh Field. An airplane tech there identified your part.
What is it?
He said it was a prop spinner from either a Corsair or a B-50.
A what?
Fits over the center of the propeller and protects the pitch gearing.
So it's a military part.
Could be, but get this. The Spruce Goose runs 8 Wasp R-4360s. I think you better get over there and check it out.
We're on it.
Cabut. Udah kelar di sini, udah kelar. Abis ini satu misi lagi terakhir, abis itu udahan deh. Misi ini kelar, ada satu lagi yang terakhir. Yang sangat terakhir,
Can you drive to this one? Herschel, let's roll.
Phelps, I'm coming.
Who is Mapes? And what's his connection to Howard Hughes?
Vernon Mapes used to work Advice. Word is he runs fuck pads for Hughes' starlets.
A pimp. Earl and Mapes would seem.
Mapes was the role model.
Follow me.
Good day, miss. Can that thing really fly?
Mr.
Do you know anything about the explosion that happened at Nicholson Electroplating this morning?
No more than anyone else. Heard the boom while I was shaving. Almost shit my pants. Thought it was Pearl all over again.
But you had no personal contact with any of the employees. And you have no idea what caused the explosion.
I'm in security. I handle Mr. Hughes' personal
gue
interests.
pakai headset pasti cabut gak ada suara. Error mulu bang HP gue, mesti matiin total. Terus nyalain baru ada suara lagi. Oh.
Do you know Tomoko Akamoto?
Never heard of the broad. Why?
Akamoto is an industrial spy. She's on your payroll.
A spy, you say? That's very interesting. You have some way of proving she was working for me or Hughes? Intriguing case you have here, Biggs. Spies, explosions, Howard Hughes. You could make a movie out of this one.
Do you know the chief chemist at Nicholson Electroplating, a Harold McClellan?
I've heard of the guy. He was pitching some fancy process to the company.
Did Hughes have a contract with Nicholson?
Hey, kid, lose the tone. Hughes has contracts with every plating shop in L.A.
We'd like to discuss these contracts with Mr. Hughes.
This kid's a riot, Biggs. See Howard Hughes? Harry Truman has to make an appointment to see Howard Hughes.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Mapes. Do you mind if we have a look around while we're here?
Sure. Knock yourself out.
You want to take a look inside her? Can't hurt.
McClellan's process was going to replace all this.
Goblok lah, jalan cepet banget anjing.
Great.
Latitude 24 degrees, 15 minutes north. Longitude 76 degrees, 0 minutes west. West. 24 degrees, 15 minutes north. 76 degrees west. 24 degrees, 15 minutes north. 76 degrees west. 24 degrees, 15 minutes north. 76 degrees west. 24 degrees, 15 minutes north.
Kura-kura rental, halo bang.
76 degrees west. 24 degrees, 15 minutes north.
24 degrees, 15. Masa nggak bisa 15 mili, nggak bisa.
76 degrees west. 24 degrees, 15 minutes north. 76 degrees west. 24 degrees, 15.
Dapat anjing bangsat deh. Bahamas.
The Bahamas. Somebody's already got their maiden flight.
Halo bang kura-kura. Kemana lagi nih anjir? Masa gue udah gak ada intuisi lagi, bray? Intuisi gue abis lah. Oh ini kali ya? Baling-baling kali ya? Iya kali baling-baling kali ya? Coba deh. Oh di sini. Wih, ini masuk wih. Office di mana sih? Per corner naik kali ya? Gue bingung, gue nyasar bangsat main gini nyasar. Kira anjir.
I don't think this is going to help us.
Does Hughes have her on contract to RKO?
Hitam putih dah fotonya.
I bet he does.
Not sure this means much. Junk.
Yang dia. Udah kali ya? Udah keluar.
Help me out.
The hangar. Something tells me we won't get another chance to tour around it here.
Ini kita kemana lagi, Blay?
Thing of beauty, isn't she? Ah, well. You probably got places to be.
We should search the hangar.
What next?
Something tells me we won't get another chance to tour around it here.
Weh, ngapain aja nih?
What do you
search the hangar? Something tells me we won't get another chance to tour around it here.
Hah?
We should search
What
the
now?
hangar. Something tells me we won't get another chance to tour around it here.
Gue ngerak. Ini apa yang mesti kita selidikin lagi, Bang? Ini udah, ini nggak ada. Mana lagi, mana? Ini kah? Bukan, nggak ada lagi. Pojok kali gue ya? Bangsat, gue melek main ginian doang di sini doang. Cluenya ada yang ketinggalan di mana nih?
Advice? Search the hangar. Something tells me we won't get another chance to tour around it here.
Dia ngomong bahasa Inggris. We cannot get another chance to tour around. Jadi kita mesti bener-bener nyari di sini apaan aja ya. Gue mau lihat deh baling-balingnya. Nah, alhamdulillah.
4360. Sure is. You know your motors.
Do you mind if I take a look at the prop spinner?
We're getting her ready for sea trials, so be quick about it.
What is the oily covering on the metal?
We coat the aluminum parts in linseed oil to preserve it from oxidization.
Let's see what Pinker has for us. He's probably done tinkering with that camera by now.
Udah kelar anjir akhirnya.
Thanks for the tour, Mapes.
Always happy to help the department. Hey, don't I know your face from the papers? You're the cop that's stripping that German broad.
Nah, I think you got the wrong guy, Vernon.
You can drive.
How are we gonna look getting around in this thing, Cole?
So McClellan was selling his new process.
Iya deh, keluar juga tempat bangsat.
Any messages for me, Hopkins?
Not many you'd want to hear. Newspapers wanting interviews and rookies cussing you out mostly.
Nothing else.
Pinker wants you in tech services. Maybe you'll be more popular downstairs.
Parker, Green? I don't know who they are.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn thing.
Hey, Cole. You're not winning any popularity contests upstairs, you know.
Where do you stand?
I think you're a good cop, but I try and stay out of politics.
Everybody tries to stay out of politics, Ray.
Well, don't quote me on it, but I'm hoping that Parker will get the job and clean this place up. I have your photographs. You can use the magnifier. There's quite a lot of detail.
I don't care.
Very funny.
I don't go in for letting gangs...
I think you're right, Ray. We have our man. We take a nice photo, Phelps.
Howard Hughes, millionaire, industrialist, aviator, and playboy, and Vernon Mapes, ex-dirty cop, business fixer.
Guy gave his wife a cat like that all
Excellent photography, Tomoko. So Tomoko had the goods on McClellan. Too bad they blew the place to hell. Is this McClellan? Can anyone make out the street number behind him?
You kidding? With my eyesight?
Cole, can you help me with a... It's okay, guys. Just a little experiment.
So that was the stuff that caused the explosion.
I think so. Acetic anhydride is almost as explosive as nitro, and when mixed with perchloric acid, it's very unstable. It needs to be cooled constantly. We used linseed oil, but you could add any organic compound to trigger an explosion.
3 little drops.
Yeah, and they were using a 100-gallon vat.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to put them down in one lane. The canary says those things. Don't look like that in people walk.
Extra, read all about it.
You're behind the wheel.
Place stinks of petroleum.
Avgas, if I'm not mistaken. It's all around the floor. Hangstrom was flying today on TWA.
Hangstrom is dead, Cole. Why leave your ticket behind?
Mix is cleaning up. Hangstrom and McClellan are the same man.
The gas, Cole, the gas! We gotta get out of here right now! Look, by the stove! Shoot the gas line, Cole, we're out of here! There you are, shitheel. Come on, he's not getting away from us. Don't leave me hanging out here, Phelps. Move in. Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out. Get in close and steer him off the tar. Smash the son of a bitch's rear wheels. Shit. You security men, Cole. Stay on base. Knock them off the road if you have to, but stay on that fucker. Lay into his wheel well. Come on. Don't go to sleep on me. Get it close.
Mobilnya nggak bisa kenceng apa?
I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
Ah gila digocek-gocek gua. Dia mau buat temennya ngalangin gua buat belok. Babi, oke lah. Harus fokus aja, tiba-tiba melek ya kan.
Step on it, huh? Get me just a little closer. Lay into his wheel well. Come on. I'll go for the top.
Anjir.
That ought to slow the son of a bitch down. Oh. Smash the son of a bitch's rear wheels. Shit. You security men, Cole. Stay on base. Knock them off the road if you have to, but stay on that fucker. Phelps, you gotta get me closer. Smash the son of a bitch's rear wheels. Okay. traffic stop coming up.
Cepetan anjir. Gue digocek mulu sama di mobil. Ini mobil gak bisa jalan lebih cepat lagi apa? Pak Ji masuk ke dalam markasnya dia dong.
We're gonna have to go through all the security men first. I hope you're ready for a fight, Cole. He wants to play cat and mouse? Fine. Let's go and get his ass.
Ya kali kepala gue tembak kagak mati anjir. Cara naik ke sono gimana bangsat? Ke sini kah? Hah? Hah? Gak ada jing. Ngapa jadi perang dah? Goblok, detektifan malah jadi perang deh.
You're gonna have to explain this to me again.
So the guy at the chemical plant, he's planning on selling his magic formula to another company and skipping town with his assistant, but he blows himself up before he can manage it. So why the dead body in the refrigerator?
Mapes, Captain. He was eliminating all competitors for the process. When it went bang, he burnt down the apartment to remove all connection between Hughes and the plant.
Mapes, right. I remember Vernon Mapes. The guy had good, honest cops hanging their heads in shame. Glad he's finally out of commission. I don't know if it'll do you any good, Phelps, but between the spruce goose and half the city exploding, you might just have made the case of the decade.
Finally. Aduh, satu misi lagi terakhir. Apakah aku kuat? Ya Allah.
Good morning, Doctor.
And a good morning to you too, Elsa. You look radiant.
Thank you, Doctor.
We haven't been seeing much of you.
Udah amat lo bacot lo anjing. Dokternya mau ngapain lo?
It's gotta be one of these places.
The arsonist is a bug sprayer. He must have worked at one of these joints.
Mister, a man like you always loses battles with.
Let's go.
Help you?
How many guys you have working here, Pop?
Who's asking, son?
It could be official or unofficial. Depends on how you want to play it.
You should get to a hospital, son. That arm of yours appears to be letting in daylight.
Save the pity for the other guys. They're the ones who need it. I'm looking for a big cowboy who works pest control. Does he work here?
We don't have anyone like that here.
You sure? I'm not the type of guy you want coming back.
Yeah, I'm sure. I already answered your question, son.
Let me guess. Hiding from the wife?
I work for the DA. I'm looking for a big cowboy, does extermination. Anyone like that working here?
Well, I wouldn't want to get anyone into any
trouble.
We could do this the hard way. An address?
Yeah, he lives in a bunkhouse on the remains of the old Rancho Rincon.
Thanks.
Take your time. I'll give you and the doctor some privacy.
Destroyed by a monster of your own creation, Dr. Fontaine. I've heard that story somewhere before. Good doctor has been marking this map. Edgewood Grove, McCarthy Vista, Crescent Heights, Rancho Escondido. Do those names mean anything to you, Herschel?
Yeah. How come?
Anjing bayarnya gue loncatin goblok.
So much for your foresight, Doctor. This isn't what we're looking for. Fontaine was having houses burned for Monroe. Monroe wasn't happy. People started dying and it attracted attention. He and the doctor lost control. Looks like Fontaine has finally dispensed his last treatment.
We need to find Elsa. There must be something that links the big guy to the shrink.
That goddamn pet balloon.
Betty lelah, Betty.
Guess nobody's home. Most guys bring home a 45 or an M1. This is pretty extreme. Quite a flock you got here. I know those faces. Jesus Christ, I know every one of them. A strange obsession. The river tunnels. This guy's a tunnel rat. Oh my God, Ira. You poor backwards son of a bitch.
KGPL calling car 11K, 11 King, come in.
Go ahead, KGPL.
11K, see the man. A 207 just occurred on the spillway north.
All units, Chief Morrow reports that the suspect is armed and extremely dangerous. Repeat, extremely dangerous. Suspect vehicle to be disabled immediately. If necessary, use of deadly force is authorized.
Suspect vehicle headed west on Fifth Street. Repeat, the Chevy Fleet Line Navy Blue. Westbound on Fifth Street.
All units, we have a new suspect vehicle. It is shop number 13516. Repeating, shop 13516 is a second suspect vehicle, described as a green Hudson Commodore, license 3 Sam 0102. Reported to be aiding suspect Jack Kelso. Use caution to continue pursuit. All units, stand by for approach.
All units, suspect vehicle sighted heading northeast toward 3rd Street on the embankment between 3rd and 4th.
Jesus Christ. How many cops do these guys own?
All units, further to the second suspect vehicle, shop 13516. Chief Morrow has authorized the use of deadly force. Repeat, use of deadly force is authorized in disabling both suspect vehicles.
Who is this guy?
Peterson, assistant DA.
What's he doing?
He's here to cover our backs.
I'm going in there, Jack.
No one's trying to stop you. I found this at the ranch house. He's marked his routes. I'll go in here. Cole, you take the next entrance. Biggs, going, Jack.
Your move, mister! Come get This one gets your name on it.
Want me? You got it.
for attention.
You're surrounded and your buddies are dead.